So today I'm going to walk you through a workout I would put most people coming into me. I put people through once a week high intensity or high efficiency training. And what that type of training is, it's where you up the intensity, and if you up the intensity of an exercise, the duration and frequency must come down. And so I recommend to my clients that typically 1 day a week is sufficient. So this is Sarah, and she's been a client of mine for 4 years.
So before I started strength training, before I started coming to Sarah, I was having back pain and just like all sorts of things that like in my body were feeling really like uncomfortable and bad. So my goal when I started strength training was just to like get my body into a better, more functional condition. I had done like no strength training before I started coming to Sarah. I was completely new to this. I don't know, I don't have back pain anymore, so that's great. I've gotten a lot stronger. Like I love doing this because I only have to do it once a week.
We're just gonna go through a full body workout, starting with your largest muscle group, ending with your smallest. We're starting with the largest muscle group, which is your legs. I'm gonna have Sarah warm up on a leg curl before we go to the leg press. So this one will just be used as a warm up, but also to take her muscles to some exhaustion, which will force her muscles to work harder once she gets to the leg press. So you got about 1:30 to, yeah. Try not to stop and start. So right about there. Okay, so on these exercises, you want the transition smooth. So right when Sarah almost gets to touching, she's gonna wanna squeeze back in. So right about squeeze back in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You're almost done. You got about 20 seconds right there. We're gonna do 2. One more. One more. Hold this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Squeeze in more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Nice job. So we warmed up her hamstrings so that now we can go to the leg press and work a little bit harder. I'm setting the weight at a weight that I think is challenging her enough, but is hard enough that she's not going to want to do more reps after the 2 minutes expires. So when you're thinking about setting machines and setting weights, think about setting weights that are going to challenge you, but are going to take you to that exhaustion that you need to get to. If it feels comfortable, it's probably not hard enough. I'm gonna tell her to keep her core engaged, which means draw your belly button back towards your spine so that you're not slumping yourself into the pad of the back pad. You wanna keep your back stiff so that your abs are having to do the work. And then I'm gonna tell her to press through her heels because that forces pressure into her hamstring and glutes and not just the quad. Slow and controlled, 2 minutes. Right before it's gonna touch, press it out. Let it get really, really close, yeah. Sarah's at about the 1 minute mark, so right about here is when it's gonna start to get really, really challenging. I mean, it felt challenging in the beginning, I know it did, but now's when she's really gotta think hard about each of these reps that she's doing to stay controlled and stay in it for these remaining 45 seconds. Heels. Right back down, don't rest out here, don't pause. So right back down, right back down, right back down. Okay, I'm gonna have her do one more. This is the clock right here. Okay, bring this down part way, down, down more. Hold it right there, pressure in the heels. 10, 9, 8, no hands, good, okay. We're gonna do one rest pause just to have her work a little bit harder. So I'm gonna have her rest for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Slowly press, do not use your hands. Heels. Good, bring this down. Hold that, Sarah. 10, 9, towards you. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Good. You're done. So Sarah's had a goal of wanting to learn how to do pull-ups. That being said, we do some bar holds over here sometimes. But today we're going to, and we've been working with the assisted pull-up. So this allows you to offset some of your own body weight. And so if you are trying to learn to do pull-ups, then just get familiar with that motion by helping and assisting yourself with an assisted pull-up. So typically I would set the weight at a specific weight and have someone work for about a minute at this weight, just getting familiar. Like as she starts to pull her shoulder carriage down and back, her lats are going to engage. And your lats are here. So these are the muscles for a pull-up that you want to be engaging, as opposed to just your biceps and triceps. And the way you do that is by forcing the shoulders down. Okay, so now I'm gonna give her less assistance and see if she can, so she's gonna have to think a little bit harder with her own body weight at this. Keep looking straight or look up, don't look down, okay? Your body follows your eyes. Good, try again. 2 more. Good, look straight or look up. Look up, look up, look up, and pull, 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 pull it, keep pulling. Good, okay, step off. Good, that was good. Okay, so let's try one at just a little bit harder weight and see if you can get it. Pull it, pull it, pull it. Good, try to go again. Keep looking up, do not look down. Look up, 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 your body will follow, your body will follow. Go, pull, pull it, Sarah. Good, there it is. So you see, like, that's the level you want to be getting at when you are training. Like, if she would have stopped at that first set that we did for the minute, like, yeah, it would have showed you that she can do an assisted pull-up, but it's not taxing her muscles enough. So it wasn't until we got to the second and third time that, and it doesn't mean you have to do multiple sets. I could have started it hard right at the gate, but she needs to work on her form. So if you need to practice something, you don't need to go right hard right at the beginning. If you're already well conditioned and well versed in an exercise, then sure, go right for it. But in this case, because she's trying to learn to do pull-ups, I would say start with something and try to think about the muscles you're first trying to engage instead of just making it so hard and then you can't even think about what muscles you're using. You're just trying to get up to the top. In this exercise, this is an overhead press, military press, shoulder press. It can be called multiple things. This one is you just don't want to, when you're going to the top, just don't lock out the elbows. And when you're coming down to the bottom, try not to take a pause, but try to, transition right to the next rep because you're trying to keep that constant motion. So sometimes when I'm in here doing my own workouts, I'm just thinking like, your body's just a machine. Just keep it going. Don't stop and start. So when you're ready, go slow and controlled. This set will last about 1 minute and 30 seconds. And then really slow. I'm going to tell you right when to push so you know where the range is. Right there. So really slow at the hardest part of the set. Yeah, right there. And then right back down. Really slow right there. Okay, so Sarah has about 30 seconds remaining. As slow as you can, as slow as you can. Don't speed up. The body wants to speed up. Look straight. Press it, push it, push it, push it. Good, slowly. Push it, right there, push, Sarah. Push, push. Good, slow as you can, slow as you can. We're gonna do one more. Right there, don't stop, push. Good, okay, look straight. Hold that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Hang on to it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Okay, so now we're gonna do a pull down, basically mimicking again a pull up. So a seated pull up is what I tell people. So this allows people to really work on their form because they don't have to think about pulling their upper body up with them in that pull up fashion. I just want to say a little bit, like the total time under tension that you're going to be in a workout is approximately probably 15 minutes total. And that's not a lot, but there's a lot of work being done within those 15 minutes. Okay, so stretch up, place your feet here. Okay, and then remember, again, like that machine, you want to pull the shoulders down. Keep your, yep, just like that, pinch your shoulder blades and go slow and controlled. The reason it's important, I would say, in these sets to time them is because then if you're going through sets, you can start to notice at what time are you going to fatigue? Are you going to exhaustion? Are you going to fatigue at a minute? Are you going to fatigue at a minute 30? How long is it taking you? And that will also indicate whether you are, you know, going slow enough, if you've set the weight appropriately, how is your form? All of that plays into when you're going to go to fatigue or exhaustion within a set. Stay with this. You got about 45 seconds. Okay, so chest up, keep your form. Hold that, chest up, hold that, right there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, rest, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pull. Keep that chest out and hold, pull. Hold that chest out. Hold that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Nice. Good job. So now we're gonna do a chest press. I'm just alternating between pulling motions and pushing motions. So your body again makes 3 major movements. That's a squat, a pull, and a push. And we're just doing variations between that with each of the exercises that we do. So think about center of your chest, think about triceps, back of your arms, think about not gripping the handles too tightly because you do want the triceps and chest to work as hard as they can. So when you're ready, and then I'm gonna tell you when to push just so you know the range of motion. So right about there. Good, look straight. Push it right there. Stay in it. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you when to push. Don't stop this set right there, Sarah, push. Push, push it, look straight, look straight. So when your body's going to exhaustion, you're gonna wanna stop, and this is where I'm telling her, don't stop. Right here, press. Look straight. Press, right there. She's got about 20 seconds. Look straight, Sarah. Press, right there, press, look straight, don't give up now. Go. Okay, you're gonna go again. Okay, right there, press. We're gonna do one more of these. Do not cheat yourself out of this last rep. Press. Press it. Good. Okay, look straight, look straight. Hold that. 10, 9, 8. Don't let it go. 7, 6. Okay, so the reason I'm gonna have her do a rest pause right now for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and press is because I want her to work harder. So bring this down. Hold this. 10, 9, 8, 7. Bring it down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. So the reason I would have someone do a rest pause at the end is if I'm trying to get just a little more work out of them. So if you're in your sets and you realize like I'm going down, but you know you can still work harder, then you need to add maybe some stuff at the end, you know, if it's, you know, some rest pauses because you stopped short of the goal. Okay, so here Sarah's gonna do a seated row, again, demonstrating a pulling motion. You wanna pull your shoulders back and push your chest out and pinch your shoulder blades. Think about triceps, biceps, back. Keep your chest somewhat close to that pad. Don't pull away. Don't leverage weight. Come on. Elbows in, but keep your chest close. Control your body. Don't let it control you once it gets hard. That's what you got to remember. Chest in, chest to the pad. Okay, try to pull again. Try to pull. Try to pull. Good. Okay, try to go again. Try. Elbows in, Sarah. Chest to the pad, chest to the pad. We're gonna try one more. Don't give up. Go. Go. Pull. Pull. Okay, chest to the pad, elbows in. Do not let it down until this 10 seconds expires. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Nice. Good work. So this one is gonna work lower back, but this is the equivalent of if you were to, you know, pick up a deadlift bar or, you know, do some good mornings. So you're tilted in this position and then you're gonna stand up and back. Slow as you can. Before it wants to touch, don't let it touch. Right at the beginning of the rep where your body wants to speed up, try to stay slow. It's like right there, go slow. Those transitions are extremely important within these exercises. So a transition is any time like it's going to come here to the weight stack and then move back. You want to try to go as slow and controlled as you can through that motion. So, but the body naturally wants to speed up through that motion because it's harder. So our bodies are pretty smart at, you know, avoiding pain, avoiding discomfort. Go one more. Right there. And slowly down, all the way down to the bottom. Good. Nice job. Now we've progressed through the entire workout and we're gonna finish with Sarah's abs here. So this is a twisting motion. This is that motion like this. There's multiple variations of this exercise. Nothing quite as great as a machine like this. So if your gym has something like this, where you can set resistance and rotate from side to side, this would be really beneficial. Otherwise, you can do floor abs and have a weight and go side to side. it's sometimes hard for people to get proper form or to just go way too fast. So this machine alleviates that by forcing you into proper form. When you do any of these exercises, you have to think your abs are engaging in all of them. So you don't need to do a ton of ab exercises if you want to get your abs stronger. Sometimes if you want to train them on an alternate day, sure, go ahead. But it doesn't, in here, in your workout, you're already going to be working your abs quite a bit. So if you finish off with some abs, that's quite okay. And then if you do some during the week, that's gonna be fine too. With this style of machine, you're gonna twist, you know, and go slow and controlled that way, and then I'll twist her the other direction and we'll work this side of the muscles. So when you're ready, slower. And typically on a style of exercise like this, I would have someone work for a minute each side. Okay, one more. Right there, go. Hold that, right there, hold that. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, hold it. 6, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, good. Okay, so now we're going to switch to this side. And she will do the same thing for 1 minute. So now you can see when it's gonna touch, so don't let it touch, okay? Right before, right there. Good, that was perfect. 2 more. 1 more. Go, last one. Hold that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, good. Nice job. This today gives you a good idea of what a once a week full body workout could look like. Sarah's been doing this for 4 years and that still was hard. She was still, you know, there were still times her body was wanting to stop. There were still those moments where she stopped the set even though I was saying continue. So your body is gonna go through all those points of discomfort in a set. Someone coming in new to it, it's gonna feel extremely, probably uncomfortable, to be honest. But I always tell people if you can deal with a little bit of discomfort for a short amount of time, you can give yourself a really good result and not have to spend countless hours in the gym lifting weights.
When I started doing strength training with you, I made myself commit to 12 weeks. So it was like 3 months. I had to come once a week for 3 months because I knew the like mental friction at the beginning was going to be the hardest part. And it was like, I hated it. I hated every second of moving weights for the first like 2 months because it hurts and it feels unfamiliar. Like I wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
And now it still feels really hard, but in a way that I'm like, I know I can do this. And I know I'm gonna feel good when I'm done with my workout. I also know it's the only workout I have to do for the week. So it's like, it's hard but doable versus
Right.
at the beginning it felt like so impossible. So I would say if you're new to this style of training, like don't get discouraged. Give yourself like a few weeks to just like acclimate physically and mentally, and it will get easier,
Yeah,
even though it's always hard.
Yeah, because if you're used to doing quick reps and then suddenly you start this style of training and you're told to go slower, or the guidance you receive from me or, you know, from a thing you're reading about this style of training is telling you to go at a certain speed, that's going to be hard if you've been used to like busting out reps and going really, really quick. It's going to be hard once somebody tells you to slow that down.
And there's ebbs and flows to it too. Like I'll have a week where I feel really mentally able to like push through, and then a week where I'm like, I don't have it in me. And I can like feel myself. I don't know if it's my mind or my body or both that's like, it's just harder. But I think like you do a really good job of making me like give whatever little extra bit I feel like I can't give.
Yeah,
Like,
it's such a mind game with your body will do whatever your mind tells it to do. So sometimes, yes, you're going to come in and you're going to feel taxed mentally, and that is going to challenge everything in here. There are days when people come in and everything's going to feel 500 pounds, and I could have even lightened the weights. But because if your mental game is off even a little bit, it's going to feel that much more challenging.
but like you said, it's ultimately only like 15 minutes.
Yeah, your total time under tension in once a week training is probably approximately 15 minutes. And so if you can think about that, wow, I only have to be uncomfortable for 15 minutes, then it's pretty doable, I think, for most people. So if you have any questions about this workout or other workouts, you can leave a question in the comments, or you can reach out to me on Instagram at All Women Have Muscles.